The Bahamas are a fisherman's paradise. Nothing beats that feeling of loading up the plane with gear and making the quick trip over to the islands. We went to Chub Cay to do some fishing and diving, but we had no idea what was in store for us. We took the cruiser yacht offshore and within minutes hooked up to a blue Marlin. After we had our fill of fishing, we decided to hop in the water and do some spearfishing. This place never ceases to amaze me, and this is just the beginning of another amazing trip here in the Bahamas. Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Maritime Expeditions. My name is Charles, and we've got an awesome adventure ahead of us today. We're heading to the Bahamas. We're heading to Chub Cay to meet up with our good friend Greg Edwards, who we're going to be diving and fishing with out there. This is one of our favorite trips of the year every year. It's been a long time since we've been out, but I'm so glad to be back today. Can't wait to get there. We're walking out to the plane right now. We're at Mahi Mahi Airport. We're going to load up our plane with all our dive gear, our food, all our supplies, and get ready to go. So trying to get the plane loaded up. We've got a ton of stuff and we're trying to make it all fit in this plane. Albeit there is a lot of storage. We're able to get our dive gear in the wings, and we've got a pretty roomy little cabin here. This is, I believe, an 8-passenger plane, and there's only 5 of us in the pilot, so we do have a little extra space for stuff if we need it. But always cool flying on these little planes. Always a little sketchy. I'm not the biggest fan of them, but it's how you get there the quickest possible way. If you take the boat, it's about a 4-hour run here from Miami, but flying, it's only about 45 minutes, so can't beat that, the luxury of it, and it's a lot of fun. So we're getting this plane packed up here, and we'll be wheels up in no time. Well, we have officially touched down in the Bahamas. We're excited to be back in Chub Cay, and we are gonna unload the plane behind me here, but first things first, we gotta go check in and clear customs. So we're gonna head in and do that now, and then we're gonna get settled and head on over to the boat where we're gonna be staying and get ready to go diving for day one. Loading up the buggy right now. We got a short little ride back from the airport. We got a plane taking off right here. Crazy.
Edwards, nice boat, brother. That thing's pretty deluxe.
All right, we finally made it to the boat that we're gonna be staying on this weekend. It is gonna be an absolutely amazing time. This will be my first time actually ever staying on one of these kind of boats and sleeping in it, living out of it. It's gonna be an amazing weekend here in Chub. I'm super excited to get in the water, start diving. This is one of my favorite places in the world to dive and spearfish. We've had tons of amazing memories out here and ready to make some more this year. Check this place out. It's a nice, cozy little spot for us, I'd say. Goodness gracious. Beautiful.
Super nice.
How about that? This is a different kind of luxury we're not used to on these trips. Usually, Greg used to have a house here that we would stay at, and it was a beautiful house, but he's upgraded to the boat now. We're sleeping on the boat, and I'm gonna check this place out. It's my first time on it. Got a little snack cabinet in here. I'm heading downstairs. This is just absolutely insane. King size bed in here. I guess this is the master suite. Got our bathroom in there. Little dresser. Nice bed. TV. Oh, there's a whole nother room over here. There's a couple rooms actually. This is probably gonna be where Derek and I end up staying, in these twin beds. Beautiful room. I'm glad they're not bunk beds. Some of these sport fishers and stuff have bunk beds. Got another bathroom there. Stateroom up front. This is just crazy. It's funny, I've worked on boats like this. I work on a big sport fisher, but I don't really get to enjoy the luxuries of actually living on it and staying on it. So it'd be cool to be able to kind of stay in here this weekend and enjoy the life. But just check this thing out. Coming back upstairs here. In the kitchen. Got our helm here.
I think you have to leave a drink cooler. You're gonna have to leave them cakes in that big cooler, I think. This one.
And that's the front.
Yeah, I think so.
We can go up to the bridge up here. This is crazy. So we're back outside here in the bridge. And I'm sure this is where the majority of the driving takes place. Closed in with isinglass. Beautiful view. Tons and tons of space up here. Got a kitchenette. TV up here in case you're trolling for some mahi and want to watch some TV. Got a whole platform out there to sit and watch, and this is gonna be an incredible trip for sure. Well, we had a little change of plans. We're actually heading out on the big boat now. We're gonna have a nice couch, a nice little leisurely lounge set up while we're fishing and diving today. So I'm not complaining. It's gonna be a fun day. I'm excited to get out on the water and see how this big old boat handles out there, but it's gonna be a good day either way. We're ready to hop in and shoot some big fish and hopefully get some stuff for dinner tonight. So we will see how it goes, but we're heading out of the marina now and looking forward to an awesome day. I dropped this one back and then I saw him hammer your side and your rod doubled over. So I went to grab that one and then this one was tight. I think we hooked the same fish here. It was a blue marlin, came up and spread and ate potentially both of our baits, or he's just hung up on one of ours.
You want to back up on him?
He's kicking a little bit right now. Me and Eric are double teaming him. Easy. Easy on the back and down. Right here. He's right here. I see color. He's right there. Probably 50 feet down. If that. Yeah, don't move.
He's coming up. He's coming up.
No, yeah.
Jump. He's gonna jump.
Yeah, we both got him.
He's straight back there on the wave. You see him, Greg? Here he comes. Here he comes.
There he goes. Woohoo!
Nice. Is that a blue or a white?
Woo! Double hookup on a blue marlin. On a blue marlin. I think he ate both baits. That's freaking crazy, man. Well, now we got no excuse if we get tired. It's 2v1. This is crazy.
Yeah, right. Forward. Forward.
Ugh.
Turn this way, port side, port. Come this way. He's underneath the boat. Right there. Down, bend down, bend down. Bend down, bro.
Woo-hoo-hoo!
There we go, boy.
Yeah! Nice! Good job, man. Let's go. Whose fish are we counting that as? That
You broke off first. You broke off first.
Dang it, Derek!
I don't know. I think he touched your legs. So.
That is definitely the craziest thing I may have ever seen in my life of fishing. Doubling up on the same fish, 2 different rods, on a big blue marlin. That was, how big do we think he was? Seriously.
400 pounds.
400
He was
pounds.
probably a good 125 to 150 for
Yeah,
sure.
no, definitely a solid fish. That was insane. We're putting the lines back out. We did not think we were gonna really get many bites, much less a blue marlin on a ballyhoo on a little squid. And wow, what an insane way to start a day. This is the Bahamas for you, Chub Cay.
Got a fish.
Nice.
It's on. Mahi.
What you got on there?
That's dolphin.
Get him up. Get him up, Derek.
Hey, we gotta get this rod out too. Okay. Where the hell is he going? Head down this way.
There you go.
Nice. Perfect size for the cooler.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Oh.
Go down, go down. I got it.
Well, nice dolphin in the cooler now. Hitting our stride today.
Nice.
What you gotta say about that?
It almost came off is all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, he almost dropped that thing in the water, but found a nice little pack of birds. Try and get a couple more.
Use your half nut finger. Oh, now you gotta drop that. First try. How about that?
Nice one there.
On that thing, how beautiful. I got it.
Well, we got those couple nice dolphin. Now it's time to hop in, do a little bit of spear fishing. Getting our dive gear all set up and put together, suiting up, ready to shoot some big fish. So water looks crystal clear as usual. We're gonna see what we can get. So I went down on my first dive and was checking out this little ledge. Saw that little lionfish in there, but was just seeing if I could find any big fish in the back of this rock. And saw this little strawberry grouper here on my right. Not a huge one, but definitely a nicer sized strawberry. Personally, when I haven't been in the Bahamas in a long time, I want to get in the water and shoot a couple fish right away, get my confidence going, get comfortable with the pole spear again, and this is exactly the fish to try it out on. Nice little strawberry. Not the trophy fish we're looking for to cap off our day, but definitely a good way to start any Bahamas trip right there. Good eating fish, and I got no problem shooting those things all day long. Got them up to the surface here, and they are just so beautiful. Their colors are amazing. Really, really flaky white meat fish, and nothing wrong with them. Like I said, I'll harvest these guys all day long. They're great eating, no size limit on them, and this was a pretty nice size one, if I do say so. Now that I had got that strawberry in the boat, my next dive was for a little bit harder of a hunt, and went down, not in super deep water by any means, but went down and got on the floor, and there was just tons of these big schoolmasters all over this reef. And tried to hide out behind the squirrel head. There's a couple under the rock and some above the rock. Wasn't really sure which one I was going to go for, but I knew there was some inside this rock that I had scared in, so I figured that was my best shot. I saw this one right behind this chub and was able to take a long shot. Luckily enough, I was able to stick him. Trying to pull him out of the rock here, but he did not want to come up. Had to leave my pole spear down at the bottom, but not too far of a dive. And luckily, my dive buddy was right next to me, able to assess the situation. And Derek was able to go down and try and help me get this fish out of the rock. Goes down there and he's pulling on this thing. He was pretty rocked up. When he brought him up, he was all scraped up, and I figured he was way, way back in there in the rock. So always good to have a dive buddy who's got a full breath, ready to go down right after you make a longer dive like that. But that was enough. I wanted to grab a hold of this fish, so went down and grabbed the spear from him. And take a look at this guy, how just battered up he is from being in that coral head.
Big boy, man.
Really, really nice schoolmaster. Don't see him this big very often, especially not back home. Cool to get a fish like that in the boat. Trophy for me, for sure. Probably one of the biggest ones I've ever shot. So I went ahead and made sure to brain this fish really quick. There's a lot of sharks in the area, so you want to dispatch that fish quickly and get it in the boat as soon as you can.
Nice one.
Nice dog in there, man.
Big boy.
Needless to say, when you're in the Bahamas and you have just such an amazing amount of life on these reefs, you really want to try and fill the cooler when you can. It's not often we come over here, so being able to fill up the boat with a bunch of good fish is always the main goal. Saw a big lionfish here, and typically I don't like spearing these things on pole spear just because they're really hard to get off the slip tip and you run the risk of getting poked or prodded. And I like to clean up the reef whenever I can, and I love how lionfish taste, and I think they're one of the best eating fish. This barracuda right here probably thought so too, came up to give it a look. I tried to actually feed it to him because I was curious to see if he would take a bite out of him, but didn't seem to want to. Eric on the other side of the reef landed this stud white margate, and those are really good eating fish. My grandpa loves them, and they're definitely a favorite of the Bahamians too.
Greg.
That one was an absolute monster.
That's a nice one.
On this dive, I went down and I saw this yellowfin grouper and took a look at him. He looked like he was good enough to shoot. I wasn't 100% sure though, so I took a little bit longer of a hunt on him. I really wanted to get a good shot, and he never really turned broadside for me. Kind of just stayed just far enough away. Followed him here for a little bit, decided to take a little bit of a long shot, and was close, but just didn't hit him. And honestly wasn't too upset. I wasn't sure if he was totally big enough anyway, so let him swim another day. As you can probably hear, wind's picked up on us a little bit. We got a little storm pushing through behind us here, but we finished up diving. We're gonna start working our way back to the marina, and we're just gonna troll on the way back, see if we can't catch another marlin, some more dolphin, whatever we come across. So hopefully, yeah, maybe a tuna. Hopefully we can get a couple things in the boat on the ride back, but we filled up the cooler with some awesome stuff off the reef. I'll have to show you guys more of what everyone else got when we get back to the marina and start cleaning those fish up, but we will hopefully get some fish here, so see you in a second. Yeah. Oh, dribble!
Get it! Reel!
Eric,
It's just peeling off.
Eric, film with one of the phones.
It's
Someone's
just peeling
phone.
off drag. This is not a dolphin. This is
You gotta go over there. He ran around. He's holding it up. Go ahead. Look at that blues. Pretty, man.
yeah.
Skipper.
Yeah. It's huge. I'll grab him if you can.
Oh,
Or not. See ya.
down.
One more turn. You get one more pump on him. pretty fish. Woo-hoo-hoo. That is by far the biggest skipjack I've ever seen. All right, so we had a triple up there. They all ended up being big skipjacks, but kept one just in case. They are pretty good eating if you bleed them right, which we made sure we did. And I don't know, we'll see. Wind's really picking up. Hopefully you guys can hear me good enough, but crazy action out here. Well, we're making our way, jeez. Making our way back into the marina now. Got Chub here behind us. Great day. Did some fishing in the morning, some good diving in the afternoon, and then caught those big skipjacks at the end there. Capped off a fun day. Great day one of the trip. And I don't know, I think we're gonna head back, clean these fish up, and get some dinner going. I don't know if we're having fish tonight or if we're doing, I think we have lasagna actually. So we might be doing lasagna dinner, but I'm gonna get those fish cleaned up and get ready to just enjoy and relax and have an amazing night here in the Bahamas. Cleaned up all the fish, got all that stuff done in there. There was some guys in there working, so we weren't able to film a ton, but got the rest of them cleaned up. Now we're back here at the boat, and I am ready for a shower. It's been a long day, getting over here, waking up early, flying over, and spending a whole day fishing and diving will take it out of you. So I think lasagna's on the menu for dinner tonight. Excited about that, but I'm gonna get cozied up, get a little shower, make myself a little rum drink probably, and have a good rest of our night. So I will see you guys when we have some dinner. Lasagna night tonight. How about that? Looking pretty good. Have an amazing dinner back there. I'm gonna go sit with the guys and enjoy that here, but what an incredible day today. Just an amazing time. Coming over to the Bahamas, doing some fishing, doing some diving. We have a couple more days here, and we're gonna make sure we document every single second of that. Really appreciate you guys watching the videos. Make sure you stay tuned for those next videos that are gonna be coming. They're gonna be in the next couple weeks. There's gonna be tons of Bahamas content coming your way. Couldn't be more excited about it. So make sure you stay tuned, like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.